Welcome to Time Frame Thursday, day 18 of the 2-Minute Freedom or the 2-Minute Author Challenge. My name is Christopher D'Armani, and I help authors go from blank page to finished first draft to published book with ease. And today is all about deadlines, timelines, and I want to talk about this great quote from Dana Scharf that says, "Goals are dreams with deadlines." Really simple. It's been said by dozens, if not hundreds or thousands of people. But my dreams are beautiful, beautiful things. But left to their own devices, they're actually quite meaningless, because the only thing that makes them valuable is when I add a timeline to it, when I add a deadline to it. You know, when you add a deadline to your dream, when you have this finite point in time where you have committed to yourself that this will happen, everything changes. It's really beautiful. I love it. I'm a big deadline guy. I'm a big goal-driven guy. And I like to say that a goal is a dream plus a deadline, and it's the most powerful thing in the world. It truly, truly is. And I want to talk about SMART goals as well, because you're very familiar with that term, I'm sure. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic / relevant, time-bound. That's the deadline portion of all of this. All these points are really, really important, but there's one that I like to add for myself, and that's to make it a little bit uncomfortable. Because if the deadline is a little bit uncomfortable, or if the actual achieving of the goal itself, plus the deadline is a little bit uncomfortable, that's a really great thing, because that's going to challenge me. That's the beautiful thing about it. So maybe the deadline makes me question my sanity just a little tiny bit, right? Like, are you nuts? Do you really think you can do this? And I've done this before, where I use the example that I think this was in like 2017, 2018. I was part of a writer's group, and we were doing a 90-day challenge to write and publish a book in 90 days. And as I was doing the prep work for that, I realized that it wasn't going to be one book, it was going to be 7. And I built up the schedule, and it was possible, but in my heart of hearts, I did not believe it was actually achievable. But I set the deadline anyways. I made the commitment anyways. And I just wanted to see how far I could get. How many of these books could I get done in that 90 days? And it turns out the magic number is 11. 7 books plus 4 workbooks, which is absolutely crazy. But I never would have done it if I hadn't dared to challenge myself to see what the limit is that I can actually do. I don't know what that is yet, because I haven't done more than 11 books in 90 days. Maybe I could do 20. I don't know. But at some point, I will probably give myself that challenge just to see where that limit might be. And I highly encourage you to do the same thing, because that's where, I mean, you can see the smile on my face, because it's just such a fun thing to do. Because you have to work really hard when you make your deadlines, or you make your goals a little bit, uncomfortable. It's a challenge. You have to pull out all the stops. You have to figure out, well, there's a whole bunch of stuff you have to give up because you don't have enough time, right? So the other thing is that the deadline must make me question my ability. Do I actually have the skills and the talents to pull this off in this time frame? Like I was talking about with my example of the 7 books and 4 workbooks, I honestly didn't think it was possible. I thought that was too much. But I acted as if it was possible anyways. In the day-to-dayness of things, I behaved as though it was possible, and I simply did the amount of work that I had scheduled for that day. Because so I did the work that was scheduled for that day. I had broken it all down really, really clearly. If I could do each amount of work every single day, it would get done. And it did. And that was really, really fun and really gratifying and really fulfilling at the same time. Because it proved to me once again that limitations are these pieces of garbage that we strap onto ourselves, right? They have no basis in reality, and yet we do this to ourselves. So, and the last thing, the deadline, it must question those limitations. Like, are they actually real? They're not. They're never right. They're never real. The only reason that they exist is because too often, I will fight for them. Like, what? That makes no sense. Why would you fight for your limitations? That's crazy talk. Fight for seeing what's actually possible. That's way more fun, and it's a way more valuable tool and a way more valuable experience put yourself through, because when you do that, you realize that you're capable of way more every single day than you give yourself credit for. Now, with that comes an obligation as well, right? And that's the challenging part of it, is if I'm capable of doing more every day, then the onus is on me to actually do more every day. So is there a downside, if you will? Perhaps. You might have to actually get stuff done, you know? But please don't fight for your limitations. That's, at the risk of sounding a little bit harsh, that is one of the stupidest things in the world I can think of a human being to do, is to fight for limitations. Do the exact opposite. Fight for what's possible. Dare yourself, challenge yourself to see what's actually possible for you. What is it? I don't know. But pick something that, you know, is all of these things: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. And then add that uncomfortable element, whether that's adding more to the pile, whether that's shortening the length of time to complete the pile. Pick one of those things, pick two of those things, do it all, and see what you come out the other end with. But you have to commit wholeheartedly. Like, if you half-ass this, you're not proving anything to yourself other than that you can do less and still get stuff done. Swing for the fences. I want to see that ball, you know, from home plate. I want to see that thing smashed way over, you know, the outfield wall, because that's just fun. That's just fun. So my encouragement for you today would be to do that. Set a goal for yourself that is all of these things plus that uncomfortable little bit, and see where that takes you. See where that takes you. Because my bet is it's going to take you somewhere really, really neat. And it's one of those pieces to the writing puzzle that can absolutely change your life in a heartbeat. You know, it can. It's beautiful. So if this video helped you in some small way today, I would love it if you would like it and share it with your friends. I would also love to hear your comments about what it was that struck you. Did I sound insane? Did I sound fantastic? Somewhere in between? I would love to know what you thought of my thoughts today in terms of making those goals uncomfortable and then swinging for the fences, like giving it everything you got. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Do you think it's possible for you? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But only you can answer that question, right? Only you can answer that question. So I'd love it also if you would connect with me on social media. All the links are on the screen there, but the one at the bottom of that slide is the most important, because all the links can be found there. sleekbio.com/Christopher, and you can get to access to all those links. Connect with me on LinkedIn, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that fun stuff. And I would love to talk with you at some point if you're up for it, especially if you want to talk about this idea of challenging yourself with this sort of 90-day goal, or whatever time frame you want to slap on, whatever it is you want to do. I would love to chat with you about that, because this is exciting stuff for me if you can't figure that out yet. And the other thing I would love for you to do is to enter the July giveaway for a lifetime access to Publisher Rocket. ChristopherDarmani.net/giveaway. That's where you can go and sign up. You can earn extra credits, extra entries into the draw as well. So why enter a draw once when you can enter it 10 times or 20 times or something? Give yourself all those extra chances to win as possible, right? But again, dreams are really wonderful. We all have dreams, but they don't turn into tangible things until we slap that deadline on them. So go and do that, and then let me know what happens. I would love to hear. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Bye-bye.